South Korea's rise wasn't just cultural, it was financial. You can see it in their music, their movies, and even their food. South Koreans pair hard work with high financial literacy. And when you understand the financial discipline behind K-pop, it makes perfect sense why so many people are obsessed with it. The secret sauce is something called K-money. So, what is K-money? K-money is a term that describes how South Koreans save over 30% of their income. And I know that might not sound like a lot, but when you consider that the average American household only saves 5%, then you start to understand how extraordinary this is. And here's the kicker. They don't just save money, they invest it aggressively in property. This means that while Americans are struggling under mountains of debt, South Koreans are building generational wealth. But why do they do this? Why do they save so much? Well, there's no single answer, but we can look at two factors that have shaped South Korean society: poverty and education. You see, until the 1960s, South Korea was dirt poor. In fact, they were so poor that they were called the North Korean of the Southeast. But then something amazing happened. Their economy started to grow faster than any other country in the world. They went from being one of the poorest countries in the world to being one of the richest. And this rapid economic growth created a new class of wealthy South Koreans. And these wealthy individuals had a profound impact on the culture. They realized that their wealth wasn't just about having a lot of money, but also about having financial freedom. They wanted their kids to be financially independent and secure. And that's where the obsession with saving money began. In fact, it's estimated that around 40% of South Koreans have a college degree in economics or finance. That's 5 times higher than the United States. So from a young age, South Koreans are taught the importance of financial literacy. Now let's talk about property investment. In South Korea, it's common for young people to buy luxury apartments in their 20s. And this isn't just because they're rich. It's because they understand the power of real estate. And I'm not talking about flipping houses or anything like that. I'm talking about buying property as a long-term investment. And here's the crazy thing. The average house price in South Korea is $800,000. That's more than double the price in New York City. So when South Koreans invest in property, they're investing in some seriously expensive real estate. Now you might be thinking, wow, that's a lot of money. How can they afford that? Well, the answer lies in their financial discipline. South Koreans take a portion of their savings and invest it in property each month, just like how you might invest in stocks or crypto. But instead of investing in intangible assets, they invest in tangible assets. And this has paid off big time. According to a recent survey, the average net worth of a South Korean family is around $693,000. And the biggest chunk of that wealth is in the form of property. So what can we learn from South Korea? The first lesson is to prioritize financial education. We need to teach our kids about money, about saving, investing, and financial independence. When I grew up in the 80s and 90s, personal finance wasn't part of the school curriculum. It was seen as taboo to talk about money, but times have changed. And if we want our kids to be financially secure, we need to start teaching them about money from an early age. The second lesson is to save as much as possible. Now, I'm not saying that we should all move to South Korea and start saving 30 of our income. I'm saying that we should find inspiration in their work ethic and their dedication to financial security. The third lesson is about property investment. Now I know that real estate isn't for everyone. Some people are more interested in stocks or cryptocurrency. But the point is to invest in something tangible, something that has real value. And when you do that, you're creating a safety net for yourself and your family. The fourth lesson is about discipline. Building wealth isn't just about luck or being in the right place at the right time. It's about discipline. It's about making sacrifices today for a better future. And when you understand that, it makes the journey of building wealth a lot less daunting. So, what do you think? What lessons have you learned from South Korea's rise to success? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, please subscribe. I've got more videos on my channel that will make you smarter, wealthier, and wiser. Thanks for watching, and remember, stay hustling.